Hi, today we're going to go over a secRMM feature that will allow you to chart your secRMM security data. And secRMM security data is all about tracking USB storage devices. So that includes mobile devices and thumb drives and external hard drives. And so to get started, if you're familiar with secRMM, it exposes itself if you're an administrator in the computer management console. And you can see over here, there's a option under the actions column, secRMM Excel add-in. And so you can launch it just by clicking that. If you're an SCCM user and you're inside the SCCM console, underneath endpoint protection, if you've loaded the secRMM console extension, you'll have a removable media policies node, and you can see up in the ribbon bar, you can get at the Excel from here. So for just to keep the demo short today, I've already launched it and I've loaded some data from different data sources. And what I mean by different data sources, if you look up in this quadrant of the ribbon bar, the secRMM ribbon bar, you can see you can pull data in from the different locations. And this comes from the secRMM event log right off the local machine. secRMM Central is a way that you can forward all the secRMM events to a single computer and then look at the log through there. An archive is an event log archive, a Microsoft event log archive. And secRMM by default always archives its data so that you never lose this security data. And then you can see here that you can pull it in from the SCCM status messages because secRMM can be configured to forward all of its events to SCCM, and then you can run reports and look at the data in a central location. And you could also connect to another computer. So again, that's really the different ways that you can pull in the secRMM data. And once you have that, you click on this get existing data. So once you pick the data source, you can get the data, you can get it in a filtered sense. So if you look at this tab here on line 1, you can see it that I pulled it in from an archive file. And on this tab here, I just pulled the data in from the local event log. And then on this one here, I pulled it in through the SCCM database. Okay, so once you have data loaded onto the page, then it's pretty easy. You just click the charts button and this comes up and you can pick the start and end time. So by default, it picks the oldest record on the page that you're on and then the newest record. In other words, you're going to get it's going to process all of the data. Here, this is pretty self-explanatory. These are the different charts that we're currently creating inside the this logic, and you can choose which report you want to run just by toggling this checkbox. And this column lets you choose what chart format you want. Microsoft has generated quite a lot of different chart formats, and so you can choose the one you want, and then once you choose it, this little dialog will remember what your choices were. It persists it. So pretty simple to set up, and click the run button and you end up on a tab on your Excel called charts. And here's the 4 charts. This one, the computers isn't so exciting, but it's only 2 computers. But in your environment, you'll have theoretically many computers, many devices, many users, and different types of events. So very quickly, everybody likes to use the term dashboard. So now you have a dashboard of your security environment as it pertains to USB removable storage. And the dashboard gives you a real quick bird's eye view of what's happening in your environment. As an example, for users, if I see one particular user using USB a lot higher than everybody else, then I can go back to the page and perhaps I can run a filter. So I can choose the user that I want to weed out and just look at their data. So again, you can work really quickly with the charts to allow you to drill into the data that you want to drill into. That's a quick introduction of the secRMM chart feature inside the secRMM Excel add-in feature. Thank you very much and have a great day.